Hello, we're back with No Sew November, and today is a day 4, and the prompt is recycled pieces. So I will show you and just give a little explanation of what I've done. Once again, I kind of did this off and on as I just had moments here and there, and I included a bunch of recycled pieces. So I was really unsure how to finish this one off, so I just did whatever felt right. So I added a stamp to a set of note cards that I was gifted some time ago, and they came with little tiny envelopes, but unfortunately they're too small for me to use for my typical greeting cards. So I just have these I can use for sending cute little notes, or more fun, I can use them to make hidden journaling spaces in my journals. So that's what that one is. And when you flip it up, one of my favorite recycled pieces is this clear plastic is a roll of vintage shelf liners, I believe. They're not even adhesive. I got them at an estate sale in a box of random craft supplies and have been waiting to use this. And I'm so excited I finally got the chance. I love that it's see-through. I turned it into sort of like a belly band tuck spot, and in it I have a page from a book of quotes about women, and so I loved both sides. Like, I love this image of the woman and I love the quotes, so I didn't want to just use it, so I tucked it in and I can take it out and enjoy it and read it, and that's a ton of fun. So I put that in there. Just tuck it back in, and then I can see her and still get to the other side. And similarly, this image from a magazine is from some artist's work that I really enjoyed, and I loved how these little circles in the stained glass kind of matched the colors that I used in my watercolor flowers, and were similar to some of the pastel-y muted colors in this postcard that I repurposed. So I threw her in. I had cut her out for a Halloween themed journal because of the cute black cat, but I didn't use her because she's just so cute, and now felt like a great opportunity. Under that is some scrap paper, very old, very worn. I got it from my local Buy Nothing group, and it has an interesting texture to it. It's a little bit odd. I did put it on both sides, and then I just wrote a quote related to recycling our materials that says, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. And I just thought that was a very poignant reminder and encouragement for me to continue to make my art out of trash, because it brings me such joy. And with this little girl, I really struggled because on the back is this other awesome painting with colors that also tie in. So since I couldn't decide, I just added a little washi tape hinge and then tucked this pretty fairy girl underneath because it reminded me of borrowing it from our children. So, you know, all of these generations here I just thought were super cute. And so I just threw all my favorite things on the page because it's my journal and who's gonna stop me? I was also feeling doodly, and so I, just drew on some flowers with my Posca markers and my Uniball pens. And over here, I took this postcard and I actually, on the back, glued a book page so that I could turn it into a pocket. And then I just used my circle punch to make this little spot. And I just thought it was really fascinating for no other reason than I had painted a pink background with what's left of my cheapy craft paints because I was feeling pink, and it's a Pepto-Bismol pink. It's not my favorite, which is why it's going into backgrounds and not being used for paint. And as you can see, even though I put it on full strength, yeah, it's a little splotchy. So not the best quality paint. Great for junk journal backgrounds, not great for painting. But it served this purpose. And then I attempted to make a border around it with my Uniball Air, but this, I don't know what this paint binder is, but you really can't write over it. So I just did my best. I don't really care that it looks messy. Kind of fits the theme of my messy flowers that I drew. And then I watercolored this image, and I don't know why, I just made the connection of like, this says the picture of good health, and it talks about, you know, the different areas of the brain, and that reminded me of this image of just closing your eyes and imagining positive things that bring you happiness and joy, like flowers. And so a picture of good health to me is someone who's thinking, you know, happy and pleasant thoughts. And that's certainly what I aspire to do every day. So I just threw this on some watercolor, doodled around it, and then trimmed it down so that I could tuck it into here and then doodle more flowers behind it, because I don't know, if I'm, you know, doing something that is an activity that I need to be present for, I find that doodling helps me think and remember things. So sometimes I'll just doodle around when I'm listening. And so in this case, I just doodled directly into my junk journal. And I thought these were super cute. I'm not an artist in terms of drawing realism, but hey, given that it was just me and a couple of Poscas and a Uniball, I'm gonna say not too shabby. So that's it. She's done. I've got my vintage wallpaper or shelf liner. I've got this old scrapbook paper with a weird texture that I would never use for cards, but makes a great background. I've got cards, magazines, book pages, and something that I created just for this. So I feel like I met the idea of the prompt, and I'm happy with how she turned out. So, you know, thanks for checking out this video. Drop a comment, let me know what you think, whether it's stuff that you think is good, areas to improve, similar things you're working on. I really enjoy having community because I spend far too much time inside, either working or playing with my art supplies. So I'm truly glad that you're here. I hope you have a fantastic day and that you have a ton of fun with this prompt. Bye for now.